So if you were to think that paying a $60 or 220,000 pesito utility bill monthly in Medellin or Colombia is going to be an easy process, oof, you can think again. So after the fiasco of last month of having my water cut off by EPME, which you guys already know about, if you haven't checked out that video, go to my channel and check it out. Basically, they cut my water off because they didn't send me a water bill or a utility bill. So I had that sorted. I clicked the option online to receive my bill on email rather than in person, because I just think it's a little bit feudal to receive the bill in person and you're relying on your porteria to give you the bill in person. It's a piece of paper, yada yada yada. So I did the right thing. I selected the option online to have my bill sent to me on email. So got the email. I was super stoked about that, really happy. Went online to pay, set up an account with EPME, which I'd already done. And when it gives you the drop down menu of the bank that you need to pay with in terms of your card or your account, whatever, you can only pay with a Colombian account. If you're a foreigner and you don't have a Colombian bank account, you cannot pay for your utility bill online. I thought, not the end of the world. It also says online you can go into any sort of big supermarket like an Éxito or Carulla and pay your bill in person. So that's exactly what I did. So that was my plan. I have a Carulla down the road from me, which is kind of like the Colombian version of Waitrose, I guess, like the posh supermarket. So I go in there with my bill on my phone. I thought it was going to take about 5 minutes. After speaking to a few people in the Carulla, they tell me I need to go and scan my barcode at the checkout as normal, as if I was just buying some groceries. So I queue up at the cashier just as normal, just like anyone else would be buying their groceries, whatever. I had the barcode on my phone preloaded up, and they basically need to use the red kind of gun, they have on the supermarket to scan the barcode so they can take the payment. So of course the scanning thing did not work. I was holding the queue up behind me for like 5-10 minutes. I had people giving me daggers behind me, kind of wondering why I was taking so long, what I was buying, because I didn't have any sort of product in my hand or basket or trolley. Didn't have any of that. I just had my phone. I was going to go to the gym, and I'm basically just trying to pay my utility bill, which came to around $60, 220,000 pesos, so not that much. So after a bit of backwards and forth, I had to ask the lady to get her supervisor because the barcode didn't work, blah 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 blah. We finally got to get it to work after about 5 minutes of trying, and then she drops the absolute bombshell that you can only pay, get this, you can only pay for your utility bill, your EPME utility bill, in cash. Isn't that absolutely crazy? Honestly, I felt like I was doing some sort of kind of like drug deal in Carulla where they don't accept card, they don't accept transferencia, only cash, but it's a utility bill. And the crazy thing, in my opinion, you guys let me know if I'm being super irrational or not. Maybe this is my gringo brain working. Maybe I should just learn to accept these kind of things in Colombia. But the people in front of me at the supermarket who were buying products were paying for things in cash because it has a card machine in the supermarket. It's all loaded up. People were using card, contactless, or whatever to buy their products in front of me, right? And the people behind me in the queue, who is unfortunately held up by my kind of stupid antics, were also paying by card because the card machine's there, they had their trolleys, they had their lunch, they had the pizzas they were buying. So everyone in that queue and in the supermarket was paying for things by card. But the rules are rules. They did not let me pay for my my utility bill by card, only cash, and luckily I had enough cash with me. But I think it's absolutely crazy, and for you Colombians watching this, you let me know what you think of that. I know it's kind of normal here, but for me, coming from the UK, paying for something as kind of basic and normal and ordinary like a utility bill, in my opinion, should be kind of made as easy as possible. It's not like I'm paying for some extravagant kind of luxury spend. I'm literally just trying to pay my gas, water and electricity. So I don't actually have my visa yet, so I don't have a cedula, so I can't open a bank account. So until then, I will be having to pay for my utility bills in cash. And it just confirms that every bill I currently have, paying my service charge, paying my internet, paying for my phone bill, paying for my utilities, stuff like that, all of these things you cannot pay with a international card. You can't pay by credit card or whatever. You have to do it basically in cash or with a Colombian bank account. And as you guys know, I love Colombia. I love living here. I know it's not perfect. No country is perfect. You can't have a nice peaceful environment and also have everything close to the action. I get that. I think this is absolutely feudal from Colombia. And speaking to a few of my Colombian friends who are paisas, who are experienced with these kind of things, they agree it is absolutely ridiculous that one of the biggest companies in Colombia, EPME, the Colombian version of British Gas, who probably turn over about £3 million per month, assuming there are around 1 million households in Medellin, and they will have a monthly and average bill of probably 100,000 pesos, that the company of that size refuses to accept international card and only cash. And it's not even like they don't have enough purchasing power or bargaining power with Visa to negotiate a good deal or whatever. It's just absolutely insane. But my question for you guys, for any of you Colombians who live in the UK or in the United States or in another country, have you guys experienced the same thing when trying to pay for your utility bill, for example, in the US or in the UK, because I found it really easy to pay my utility bill in the UK because I had a British bank account. But you guys let me know if you've had any kind of similarly frustrating stories whereby you're trying to pay your utility bill, you're trying to do the right thing, you're trying to just do something normal. It's not even like you're buying a bottle of champagne in a nightclub or trying to buy a Lamborghini 95% on finance. You are literally just trying to pay a normal bill. Yeah, if you've kind of fallen trap into having the same frustrating problem that I had. And I get it, it's not the end of the world. I can pay for things in cash. It's not like I'm on death's door having to go into Caruja every month, but it's a little bit unsettling to know that at least once a month you have to go out of your way into a shop, queue up with cash, hoping that all the I's are dotted, all the T's are crossed off, that they receive the payment, there's no problem there, and rather than just being like an automatic direct debit, it gets done, you don't have to think about it, and you can get on with your day. Because that whole ordeal in Caruja yesterday took me like 20 minutes, 25 minutes. I held up all of those people behind me in the queue. Maybe there are other people in the supermarket who also had to pay for things in cash. And the more people that do have to pay for their utility bill in cash for whatever reason, the more that takes up the queue and everything. And it just seems like almost work for nothing. Like the people at the register having to spend their time taking my utility bill payment when it's very obviously something that could just be done online in 2 seconds. It's not even like it's a big amount. $60 US, 220,000 pesos. You know, when I bought my apartment for 185,000 US dollars, the process almost was a lot more simple than now, you know? Which is absolutely crazy. And you know, it's interesting, just some things in Colombia are really forward thinking, they're very innovative, they think about this, they think about that, everything's very streamlined and everything. I love that. And other things, it's like living in the Soviet Union in the 1980s, where you have queues around the block, queues in supermarkets, and you ask everyone what they're queuing up to pay, and everyone just says their electricity bill. No one's buying any products, they're just literally paying for the gas they've already used. Absolutely mental. But I guess, you know what, it's all part of the experience, it's all part of the fun. You know, when you move to a different country, so different from the UK in terms of Colombia, you're going to get this, you're going to stumble into roadblocks. The reason why I love Colombia is because it's so different, because it feels like an adventure, because I never really know what the day is going to hold. I had no idea yesterday that I'd have to go to Caruja, speak to the person, do this stuff, bring cash to me. And so now I know better and I'm better equipped for the future. So for all of you watching this who are lucky enough, I say that, to live in the country you are nationality of and have that bank account and everything set up, do not take for granted that you can pay for your utility bill, you know, your gas, your electric, your internet, very easy on direct debit, because I unfortunately at the moment cannot. But it does mean that in the future, when I get my Colombian bank account, I'll be extremely grateful to have all of that done automatically. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. It's a lovely day here in Medellin, a little bit cloudy. Yeah, see you in the next video.